A patient rushed to the ER, overdosed on heroin. There's just one problem. The patient is only 4 years old. Cops say his own father, angry over a divorce, injects the little boy in the neck with a deadly heroin cocktail. That father now facing attempted first-degree murder charges. Let me go to Jill Ryan, news anchor for News Talk 92.3 KTAR. Jill, give us more of the backstory here, because when I hear about a divorce, and I know that in a courthouse, the most dangerous courtrooms are the ones where people are going through family issues as opposed to the criminal courts. And is this a case that this was a bitter divorce and mom was going to move away with this child?
Well, it's a situation where we know that the father, 37-year-old Eric Lennon, had a history of drug addiction. He was described in court documents as being a drug dealer in addition to being an addict. So there was obviously some trouble there. We also know there was trouble on the home front, and that the wife, Soradia, had actually written in the custody agreement that any visitation with the father, Eric, would include drug testing so that she knew her little boy was going to be safe.
So mom knew that dad had a history here. Now, why did mom leave the child with dad, knowing this history?
Well, I think she was trying to protect. Everything that we've seen so far indicates she was trying to protect her son. She was actually living in San Francisco and was planning on relocating, and in fact had a job interview in Seattle. So she left the little boy with his father overnight so that she could actually go to the job interview. And she had tried to reach them and wasn't able to, and that's when she actually went over to the house.
Joe Schrank, interventionist, founder of Rebound Brooklyn. Joe, let me ask you, if someone is a drug addict and they have issues and perhaps they're using and they're taking care of their child, could they be under the influence of these drugs to such an extent that they don't know what they're doing in bringing harm to their own child? Or is that impossible in this situation and he knew what he was doing?
It's unlikely that he didn't know exactly what he was doing. I mean, heroin addiction is a very serious addiction, and it's something that, but people are, more than likely, people who are under the influence of heroin are nodding out. And so it seems like a fairly calculated act. I would question the judgment of the mother. I mean, the idea of leaving your child, a 4-year-old child, with somebody with any kind of history of heroin addiction where she doesn't know his current state is irresponsible, and she's complicit in this.